Respect is one of the most important foundations of attraction. Without respect, attraction rarely survives for long. Many men focus entirely on attraction. They think about chemistry, flirting, excitement, emotional connection, but they often ignore something that is even more important: respect. Because attraction can exist without respect for a short period of time, but it almost never lasts without it. And the difficult part is that respect rarely disappears in one dramatic moment. There is usually no single argument, no obvious event, no clear moment where everything suddenly changes. Instead, respect slowly fades through small behavioral signals that gradually change how a woman perceives a man. At the beginning of a connection, respect usually exists naturally. Two people are discovering each other. They are paying attention to personality, energy, confidence, emotional reactions. Every conversation becomes a small piece of information. Every interaction adds another layer to the impression they are forming. During this stage, a man who appears calm, confident, and emotionally stable often creates a strong foundation of respect. But over time, something can begin to change. And one of the fastest ways a man can lose respect is by slowly losing control of his emotional center. Respect is deeply connected to emotional stability. When a man appears grounded and calm, people instinctively feel that he has direction in his life. They feel that he is comfortable with himself, that he does not easily lose balance when situations become uncertain. But when emotional instability begins to appear, the perception slowly starts to shift. Imagine a simple situation. A woman takes longer than usual to respond to a message. Maybe she is busy. Maybe she is working. But a man who is emotionally reactive immediately feels uncertainty. His mind begins creating explanations. Maybe she is losing interest. Maybe she is talking to someone else. Maybe something is wrong. Those thoughts slowly generate anxiety, and that anxiety begins influencing his behavior. He sends another message, then another. He asks if everything is okay. He tries to bring the interaction back under his control. From his perspective, he is just trying to protect the connection. But from her perspective, something else is happening. She is observing emotional dependence, someone whose emotional state is easily affected by small changes in attention. And when that pattern repeats itself multiple times, the perception begins to shift. Because respect grows from emotional strength. Another way men often lose respect is by slowly abandoning their own priorities. At the beginning, most men have a structure in their lives. They have work, friends, personal goals, things that give them direction. But when they meet someone they are very attracted to, they sometimes begin sacrificing those things. They cancel plans. They adjust their schedule completely around her availability. They become constantly available. At first, this might seem like a sign of dedication. It may even appear romantic, but over time, it creates a subtle but powerful signal. It shows that his life can easily reorganize itself around her presence. The dynamic starts changing. Instead of seeing a man with direction, she begins seeing someone who revolves around her. Respect struggles to grow in that dynamic, because respect grows strongest when two people bring their own independent worlds into a relationship. When both have direction, purpose, identity. Another subtle way respect disappears is through the constant search for reassurance. Questions like, do you still like me? Is everything okay between us? Are you losing interest? These questions usually come from insecurity, and insecurity communicates something powerful. It communicates doubt about your own value. Confidence is about emotional steadiness, the ability to remain calm without constantly asking for validation. And that stability naturally creates respect, because people tend to respect those who appear comfortable with themselves. Another behavior that slowly destroys respect is excessive approval seeking. Trying too hard to please, trying to avoid disagreement, trying too hard to maintain harmony at any cost. Many men believe this behavior will make them more likable, but in reality, it often has the opposite effect. Someone who constantly seeks approval appears uncertain about their own position. Respect grows when someone has clear boundaries, clear values, clear opinions, even if those opinions are not always perfectly aligned. Independence creates strength, and strength naturally commands respect. The truth is that respect is not something you demand. It is something your behavior communicates over time, through consistency, through emotional stability, through the ability to maintain your identity even when emotions become involved. When a man keeps his direction and his priorities, his emotional center, respect tends to grow naturally. But when he abandons those things to secure attention, respect begins to fade. And when respect fades, attraction rarely survives for long. Because attraction needs something strong to stand on. And that foundation is always respect.